What I want to share with you all, there's so much that I would love to share with you all about Chris's story because it is so much fun. I've personally coached Chris for quite some time now because Chris's journey will start out with Matt's graph. And now I want to point, this is why I want Chris up here to share with you the truth of the journey, because whilst it's like this, has it sometimes maybe been a little bit like that, and then like that, and then like that? It's kind of, we have our ups and downs. Is that the word we would use?
It's been pretty much like that, yeah. Because when I first started, I could barely send an email. I'd have to say to my husband, Mark, over there, why isn't it working? What's not happening? I often had to close the computer down because I'd actively said, I'm never going to have a business online. I don't want a computer. I don't understand it. I have a background in dressmaking, so I'm very tactile. I can feel it, I can see it, I can mould it. But when you've just got a flat screen there and you can't actually touch things to move them around, it's really hard. So I set a goal on January the 1st, 2016 last year, and I journaled pretty much every night before going to bed. I am going to hit my goal of $100,000. And by August I was thinking, I'm not going to hit it.
Yeah, because she's thinking she's back here.
Yeah, I was sitting about there. And then I had a fantastic finish to the year, and I thought at the end of December I'm going to add up all my figures. So I had basically Amazon followed by ebooks, followed by AdSense, and I hit $107,000.
Right.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
And now, how does it feel to know that you have that stable income? And it's significant, isn't it?
It's significant, all right? It's fantastic. It's really good. And it's pretty passive too, which is what I like. So I can go to bed at night and know that I'll wake up in the morning and there'll be money rolling in.
And you live...
And it's very stable.
You guys live on a farm in a rural area?
Yep, we live on a farm in Gippsland near Druin, and it's very peaceful. Yes, we have a few people from down in Melbourne area, and it's great. So we work from home. We have a fantastic vista looking down a valley, and we have a few cattle. We've got 2 dogs, and it's beautiful. We've got 30 acres there, and we're very lucky to be there.
That's perfect.
So it's good.
Now your main strategy is, and this is important for everyone, it's not about buying websites. You're building your own sites, aren't you? So you're not using capital to create that $100,000 a year.
Yep. I only build websites pretty much now. I might buy the occasional one on Flipper. The last one I bought was a little one for $50 on crib mattresses. That was really good. But I like to make them because that way I have full control of how the site looks, what the content is like, what the links are like, and it works really well.
Those 2 sites, 2 perfect examples, is Chris built these sites and was saying, Matt, they're just not making any money. I'm sick of these things. I'm just going to forget about them. I said, Chris, it takes 6 to 12 months when you build a site for SEO to kick in, okay, for natural traffic to work. And was I right, Chris? You're on camera. At what point did the
Matt
site...
is always right. He's a fantastic coach. He's always right. He's always awesome.
Thank you. But it was on the 12-month mark, wasn't it, when they kicked in?
Yep.
And so basically these sites literally were doing nothing, and then what did they start making money? What was the number?
So the 2 sites that we're talking about, one's in the, I'll just say roughly metal detecting niche, and one is in the ladies' personal care niche. And so for the first year they did really nothing. They just sort of dragged along. And then the second year they did really well on Amazon. So the ladies' shaving niche, that did $1,600 US. So that translates to roughly about 2-3 Australian dollars.
Yep.
And the metal detecting one did $800, and that was fantastic. And that one is very much a Christmas niche. So Christmas, it just goes up like a rocket. And
so what do they make a month?
So the first year, so now it averages about $700 to $800, the metal detecting.
Yep.
And
that's a month.
That's a month,
Profit.
US. Profit.
Not sales,
Pure
US profit, $800 to $700 a month.
So that
So
translates
built from
to
scratch, any of you in this room could build that sort of a site now if you do the Web Dev Accelerate program.
Yes, you can.
And it is, and it's making about 800 or 700, and the other one's doing about the same, isn't it?
And no, the women's products, that's up to almost $2,000 a month now.
$2,000
US. So that's about 3,000 Australian.
Okay, so just let me point out to you, Chris.
And that only has about 12 posts on it.
600 to 700 per month on That's site 1. That's one of your sites. And number 2 is making how much, did you say?
That's about 2,000.
2,000 a month. A month.
And that's
So
taken
the
2.5
way
years to get there.
those sort of sites are selling on Flipper, just so you know, that's probably worth 20 to 30 grand, possibly more, depending on how you sell it, because it's obviously a very genuine, real site. Who would give Chris 20 grand for that website right now? I would.
It's
I
on
know
page
Chris
1
and I know what
for
she's
a
done.
lot of
We've
terms.
chosen
That's
bargain
page
hunting.
1. So think of the asset here that you've got just with these 2 sites alone, and I know you've got a lot of other sites, but it's probably, let's say conservative, that's 30K, because good proper Amazon sites are selling a bit more than 10 times, 10 to maybe 20, 30 times. This is probably worth, and I know the site, it's about so that's like, it would be 10 to 15K. You reckon so, Liz, with that particular site? That's out of thin air, out of your head, and it took 12 months, we'll say, and a bit longer than there to get to this point. But roughly after 12 to 18 months, you've got what, 45, maybe 50 odd K in assets, US, sitting there that Chris can just rely on if she needs it, or she can just keep relying on the income for those sites, built out of thin air.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Thank you.
That is awesome.